Hi, this is Spencer Gregg from Doane College Recording Studio, and I'm going to teach you how to properly start and operate the hardware setup that will aid you in audio recording. There are multiple steps in this process that need to be taken in order to make all the different components work together properly. If the steps are taken out of order, you run the risk of the software and hardware not communicating, thus giving you unnecessary trouble. Okay, let's jump into it. Because you are watching this, it is assumed that you are logged onto the audio recording studio computer. Before doing anything with the software, you need to turn on all of the hardware. Look to your lower left to find the Furman M8LX. This is a power conditioner that currently turns on the KRK Rocket 8 monitors and the PreSonus AudioBox 1818 VSL audio interface. The power conditioner is used to save all electronics in case of power outages and electrical surges. An audio interface is what communicates to the computer's DAW, a digital audio workstation, such as GarageBand or Pro Tools. The interface communicates what is said or played through a microphone or a live instrument. This is where you'll connect microphone cables, XLR, and quarter-inch cables, TRS. Without the interface on, no audio will be recorded. Now to learn about audio interface controls. We'll go left to right. On the far left, there are two buttons that say 48V, also known as 48 volt. When pressed, they light up blue. These buttons activate phantom power. These are two buttons because the top goes to channels 1 through 4 and the bottom goes to 5 through 8. Phantom power sends electric power through microphone cables to operate microphones that contain active electronic circuitry. This is necessary when using condenser microphones, which happen to be the microphone type set up in the control room, the Audio-Technica P48. Sometimes phantom power takes a minute to warm up, so give it a little time to give power to the microphone. If you're not sure that your mic is a condenser, check the microphone and it should say condenser somewhere on it if it is. Directly to the right of the phantom power buttons are the mic line ends. This is where you plug in XLR and TRS cables. Connect your cable to the interface and to the microphone or instrument that you will be recording with. Once again, if the microphone is a condenser mic, use phantom power or you will get no results. Individual knobs on the front right portion of the PreSonus AudioBox are instrument mic gain knobs. These knobs control 8 individual channel levels. There should be the control room microphones left and right already plugged into the interface. To add another line to the interface, grab the necessary cable from where they are stored on the wall. When finished with the cable, be sure to return it to where you found it on the wall. Once it's plugged in, find the knob with the same input number and turn it to the right to increase volume. Remember that there is no software currently on, so there will be no sound being produced yet. As a tip, find a proper recording volume level and do not fluctuate the volume. This reduces the hassle of excess volume smoothing in the later mixing process, but we'll get to more of that later. Further to the right, there are 5 more important areas to note: the main knob, phone's knob, headphone input jack, USB sync light, and output level meter. The main knob controls what you are going to hear out of the powered monitors or speakers. When recording, have the main knob turned all the way to the left so no noise is being produced through the speakers. The main knob does not change the volume at which your final mix will be heard, but instead can be used to hear playback of what you've recorded. This allows different frequencies to be heard and aids the balancing process of a mix. Once again, we'll get more into that later. The phone's knob controls the volume at which you hear playback through a pair of headphones while recording. In this studio's case, we have a couple pairs of Sennheiser HD 380 Pro Series headphones. While they are somewhat noise canceling, sometimes sound can leak from headphones, so make sure that they're nice and tight on your head when recording so that other tracks don't leak into, say, a vocal. Unwanted noise can hinder a great mix. These headphones can also be used as a new source for a medium, which is a way to hear playback to listen for different frequencies. The headphone input jack is a 1/4-inch TRS input. The headphones have an adapter which screw onto the 35mm male end to properly fit the interface's 1/4-inch slot. Use the phone's knob to control the level of playback. Once again, like the main knob, this does not hinder your recording level, only the level at which you are hearing playback. The USB sync light. This light displays red when the USB connection is not complete. If the light shows red, make sure the USB running from the back of the interface is properly plugged into the USB 3.0 hub or the back of the computer. When this is done, the light should display blue to show the connection is complete. If everything is plugged in and does not show blue, try restarting the interface by switching the Furman M8LX off, then back on again. The output level meter shows the volume level that your mix is recorded at, and also shows how much power the interface is using. It shows stereo, meaning left and right are shown separately. 0 decibels, or 0 dB, is the maximum level of output a system will reach before overworking itself. As you can see, the meter runs from negative 50 decibels to 0 decibels. The meter shown green from negative 50 until negative 2 decibels. Once it hits the 0 decibel mark, the meter shows red. Red can be thought of as bad. When the meter shows red, the system is peaking. This means the interface is working too hard and may end up damaging the unit if it has worked at that level for too long. If it shows red, try turning down the mains and also turning down the computer volume. This is found on the F11 key on the keyboard. Now you know the basic functions of the recording interface. The last piece of equipment that needs to be turned on is the Axiom Air 49 keyboard. The switch is found at the center back of the keyboard. This can be used for both instrument and MIDI recordings. You will learn more about the keyboard later on in tutorials. Other than that, make sure the microphone cords are securely and firmly in their slots, and you are now ready to boot up software. Feel free to look through this video for anything that you may have missed. Remember, the process of turning everything on in order is important to both the equipment's health and its ability to communicate correctly with recording software. One more thing to note, when finished using the studio, shut down all of the hardware in reverse order of how you turned it on. By shutting off in reverse order, this saves the hardware from becoming damaged. Click on the next video tutorial to learn how to boot up software and start a new Pro Tools 10 session. Thank you for watching this tutorial and for your future proper use of the hardware.